Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and welcome to probably the hardest boss in all of Doom Tower. It's Bommal the Dreadhorn. He came live again in the game just today with the new rotation of the Doom Tower, and I've got the easiest, cheesiest, sleaziest, the easiest way to beat this boss. This is absolutely incredible. I think Soda Dragon Gaming actually came up with a strategy that was like this, but and I've seen other people use teams like it as well. But I've thrown in the Geomancer to kind of mix things up. And now when you see what happens with this run, you're going to say, nubkeks, you've gone a little bit crazy. Because we're going to do our A1 against Bommal with Physics. So we got Physics here. Hits 2 times, and when it's booked up, which it is, 100% chance it decreases turn meter per hit. Why is this a bad thing? And she also, by the way, has the Evil Eye Mastery. Look at this. We've got 3 of these bombs spawned in. I think each of these bombs does half of our max HP as damage when they explode. That's 150% of our max HP. What is going on, nubkeks? You've gone crazy. You're just going to kill yourself. There's no way you can live this. Well, just you wait. We're going to have Geomancer come in next. He's going to deflect 15% of the damage we take onto every enemy under HP burn. We're going to try to put HP burn on Bommal, and there we go. We get it. We get a couple of bombs on him. That's okay. We got Godseeker. She's kind of in just to heal, and she's going to smack him. And then our 2 Vogots are going to come in. They're just going to smack that boss, increase the duration of these debuffs. We could just A1 now with Geomancer. And you know what? Let's hit him again with Physics. I mean, this looks fine, right? This looks totally fine. Now there's bomb debuffs on us. I mean, it's looking a little bit scary. We'll do a bit of a heal with Godseeker. I'm sure that's probably enough for us to get through. I'm not really too worried at this point. So Geomancer takes a bit of a smack, but he does survive. We can smack him with that A1 with Physics. We actually can't spawn any more bombs. And look at this. The bombs start exploding. And what just happened? Wait, 3 bombs just exploded. I thought we were supposed to be losing 150% of our health, and there's big chunks out of Bommal. What's going on? Well, this is what's going on. Festering Dynamo, the passive from Vogoth, and we have 2 Vogots. Whenever this champion is attacked, heals all allies by 50% of the damage received. Only heals by 25% of the damage from boss attacks. Well, here's the thing. Bommal's a boss, but these bombs are not technically the boss. They're boss minions. So each Vogoth heals us for 50%. We've got 2 Vogots in there. We heal for 100% of the damage that we receive from these bombs on the ground, which is kind of insane. Now, we will lose health off Vogoth from the actual bomb debuffs that Bommal himself places. We'll lose HP from those. We'll lose HP from Bommal actually physically hitting us himself. Let's spawn in some more bombs. Here we go. But watch this. These 2 are going to explode. See, this does hit us pretty hard. So this Vogot's probably going to die. He's got HP burn. But look at this healing from Vogoth. You can slow down the video if you want to really see that in action. It's absolutely hilarious. Let's spawn in more bombs. All right, cool. In fact, you know what? We can just hit full auto. We don't even care. We don't even care. This run, does it work on floor hard? 10? Floor 10 on hard? Full auto? Yes, this run does work on hard difficulty full auto. And the way that we're doing so much damage to Bommal is mostly from Geomancer's burn, right? So Geomancer, when he puts a burn on someone, he's reflecting that damage back, and it can proc Masteries. So every time those bombs explode on our team, Geomancer's taking 15% of that damage and throwing it all back at Bommal. And then he's proccing max HP damage with his Masteries as well, and it works fine. And there we go, we slam through. You can see my fastest run was actually full auto. Full auto run, 256, took me 65 turns. We just slammed through. Got crazy amounts of healing from these Vogots. Really cool. Can you replace any of these champions? Yes, you can. So Physics is obviously a login reward. So I recommend using Physics. But basically anyone that can consistently reduce turn meter will do. Physics is nice too because she does have lots of AoE to help clear through the waves. But you could replace her with something like an Armiger, for example, who's an uncommon champion, decreases turn meter every time he does his A1. Physics is like the legendary version of Armiger. She's much, much better now. So use Physics if you can. She's perfect for this. Super, super perfect. Godseeker. I've seen a lot of people use Vrask. Vrask is very good. In fact, let me jump out of here. Let me show you some alternative champions. So an alternative champion would be Vrask. Basically, we're looking for someone that can pump out a ton of healing without having to put buffs on us, because Bommal can take the buffs off of us and replace them with bomb debuffs. We don't want that to happen. Vrask heals everyone by 10% of his max HP, so you just build I actually have a Vrask built up. So I did run this with Vrask as well, and it does work, but it's slower on this floor because he doesn't bring the wave clear that we get. Here's my Vrask. He doesn't bring the same wave clear that we get with Godseeker and Eerie, right? So Vrask comes in, build him with high HP, good speed, crit rate. You can build him with retaliation, so he can counterattack as well when he's hit, and he should just be proccing these heals to keep healing your team up to make up for the damage from the direct hits from Bommal. Now that becomes more important for higher levels of hard Doom Tower, but for all of normal and for hard, this team we've got right here works just fine. What other sort of gear do we have? So my first Vogoth is the one I actually use. Everywhere else, I just built the second one up in the last few days. This first one, about 60, so his health isn't that high. This is a generalist Vogoth. If you're building a specialty Vogoth for this, you could crank his health up even higher, maybe his defense a bit higher as well. Doesn't really need any speed or crit rate or anything. Just really needs those. That's it. That's really all that he needs. Bit of accuracy is nice because his other passive, he can put Leech on the boss, and that can be kind of useful to get a bit more healing out of War Master and stuff, but it really doesn't matter. Now, his Masteries, if you want to copy these, this is the Generalist build. This is what I've got him in. My other Vogoth, as you'll see, is far less prepared. He has no Masteries whatsoever, and he's in mostly level 12 gear because I ran out of silver. I've put him, though, in a curing set, which would be, I think, the best set for this. 20% more healing. Which is going to sort of help make up for the damage the boss does as well, right? The bombs actually become, they'll heal you and your team for more than they damage you. So they become a source of healing, which is hilarious. And his stats, he's actually, you know, reasonably low on stats because he's only 5-star level 50. Who else do we have in there? So we had Godseeker and Eerie. Again, she's in my sort of generalist build here. She's not specially built for this, but it works just fine for this level. 40k HP, 4000 defense, speed, and all this. Again, all this stuff is really optional. You don't necessarily need this. She's just there against the boss for a bit of extra healing, right? Her passive as well gives you 10% more healing. So honestly, you could just build her with a ton of HP and leave it at that, and, you know, a bit of speed, and that would do just fine, right? She doesn't need this crit rate. She doesn't need as much speed. She doesn't need this sort of stuff for this level. Maybe at the higher level she will, but for this level, no. And then finally, we've got Geomancer. Again, he just needs enough accuracy to actually land his debuff, or alternatively, you can just get lucky and land it anyway. You only need to beat Bommal once after all. And he, yeah, he's basically coming in with these stats. You just build him to be reasonably tanky. And he probably doesn't even need quite this much speed. For higher levels of Bommal, we're going to need more accuracy, or we're going to get lucky. So I might have to re-gear him a bit for that. But just good HP and a bit of defense, so you can take the hits off of Bommal. If you want to see the actually, I'll show you the Masteries for him are those, and the Masteries for Godseeker are these. Do have Godseeker in regen set, which is good. The best set, though, is what I've got actually on Geomancer. You might have noticed it work in this run. It's the deflection set. 25% chance to deflect a debuff onto the attacker. So, for example, when Geomancer comes in and he puts the HP burn and the weaken on Bommal, Bommal has a chance to put bombs back on Geomancer. But then Geomancer has a chance to deflect those bombs onto Bommal, and Bommal takes more damage from bombs. So it's a win-win. And yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's the strategy. It works really, really well, guys. It works really well. You know, absolutely just going to smash through this. Now, we've got other strategies here in the clan, but we're still number one here so far with this one. And again, I think I'm going to be trying this as well. I've never tried it before. The first rotation I've tried it, I will let you guys know how it works on those higher floors as well. We're probably going to need to get Vogoth up to 60 so we can take the direct hits from the boss. Might need to switch in Vrask instead of Godseeker, so clear the waves a bit slower, but maybe get a bit more healing off at the boss. Honestly, a third Vogoth, I actually think 3 Vogoths might be even better. The original Soda Dragon Gaming video. I believe that he actually used Vizix, Vrask, and 3 Vogoths. So he didn't have that damage from Geomancer, so it was a lot slower. But with 3 Vogoths all healing you every time a bomb goes off, Vizix spawning all the bombs, and Vrask to just sort of top you up, or a Godseeker to top you up. Very easy, very straightforward solo strategy. If you are, again, you get Vizix for sure. It's just, are you lucky enough to have multiple Vogoths? But as I've shown you here today, even level 50 Vogoths will do the job up to floor 10 of hard. They'll do it for all of normal. They'll do it for floor 10 of hard. Maybe higher floors, maybe 50. We'll see. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this descent into madness, cheesing the Cheese King. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.